Hello everyone, I'm Josh from the Bad at Magic podcast, and we are here to play a little bit of Magic Arena. I have a deck that I've been playing lately. Oh geez, not this one. I've been calling it Black-White Control, and let's take a look at it real quick. So the idea is that with Theros Beyond Death having released, we get a lot of enchantments, and enchantments are one of my favorite card types. So the idea of this deck is to just kind of control the game, slow everything down, and win through just mass advantage over time. So we have Charming Prince, which does everything for us. Scries if we need to find specific cards, or gains life, which is really key for me right now because as I'm climbing the ladder there is a ton of mono red decks, so gaining life is really big against them. Flicker Fate is pretty good. We have a couple that comes into play triggers, and then also resetting some of our sagas. The first one being the Birth of Meletis, which does everything we want, finds our land, creates walls for blockers again, and gains his life. Great against mono red. Murder Strider is in there for good removal. Elspeth's Nightmare is fantastic against red again. Othakaya, again, remove troublesome creatures. It's a good blink target. Also, it works very well with what we have coming up later in Doom Foretold. Having a bunch of enchantments sitting on the battlefield for a few turns, not doing much, makes Doom Foretold very, very strong. I've been playing a ton of aggro decks, so I've got 2 Kaya's Wrath and 3 Shatter the Sky. I'm running 5 total Wrath effects, and so far that seems like it might still not be enough. And what's going to help us close out the game is Archon of Sun's Grace. Every time we play an enchantment, we're going to get a 2/2 lifelinky flyer. So again, the deck's not very fast. It's nice, slow, and control-y. We just want to eventually grind out our opponent. So let's jump into some games and see how it does. Now I'm playing best of 1 here. Typically that's what I like to play. Just jump in, get a game finished, and get back out again. And you can see, like, the new season started and I am down in the bronze tier, so here we are trying to climb the ladder. Opponent always seems to go first, and this hand has everything that we want. So we're going to hang on to that. And then we're going to play Simic. Fun times. Scry. Do we need the 4th land? I think we do, just to make sure we get our Wrath and our Bellhaunt online. And I never get to play a spell again. Well, that's not true. I get to play lots of spells. I don't get to resolve any of them. Quench. Just the cut. Scry. Shadow the Sky. That'll be a 2nd Wrath effect. I'm going to hang on to the 2nd Wrath effect just in case, but I don't think we're going to need another land. So the idea here is, a lot of people try to play around counters. Like, the only way I can see to play against Simic is to try to play through counters. Like, he's got a finite number of counters in his hand, and he's going to want to use them to keep my stuff off the board. So the idea is that we're just going to keep playing spells, and eventually he's going to run out of stuff, abilities to counter. I wonder if he'll trade. That's fine. Does he counter another Charming Prince? He'll play something with Flash, if nothing else, just to grow his Brineborn Cutthroat. There you go. He does counter. Again, this is fine. We want to try to pull the counters out of his hands so we can land one of these Wraths, or get one of these Wraths to stick. Crack our Fabled Passage, and I'm thinking I want to lean off with Doom Foretold. Because if that does stick around, then that gives us some good advantage in the next turn. Spell. Okay, so this is great. Again, pulling counters out of his hand, and we got 2 Wraths. No attacks. We're going to try for Kaya's Wraths first. In case it goes through, then he won't get to draw the card. We'll go ahead and attack with Edgefield Mystic. Alright, so I'm debating whether or not I should just try to play the Bellhaunt to pull more counters and make him discard a card, because then that can block the Cutthroat, and then we can save one of the Wraths for a little more value later on. Let's see if we can get this to stick. I'm guessing. Oh, it does go through. So with that, I can safely assume that we have run our opponent out of counter spells. That That's perfect. Load up the board state. Okay. I don't want to take this damage. I've got Wrath next turn. Yeah, I don't want to take the damage. So I'm fairly safe in assuming that he does not have a counter, or else he would have countered that, the Basilica Belhaunt. So let's go ahead and try to Kaya's Wrath here. Ooh. Well, misread that one. 10, 15, and we're dead. Yes! This is why we call it the Bad Magic Podcast. Lame. Alright, so that did not go according to plan. So let's go ahead and try again, shall we? Been talking up how much mono red that I'm playing against trying to climb the ladder, and then I end up playing against Simic Flash and just get destroyed. Perfect for the podcast videos. Okay? I mean, this hand has everything we want. We can scry, gain some life, control the board, and eventually land one of our finishers. So I'm actually very okay with this. Interesting. I don't think I've played this deck against the Cat Cauldron deck. So we'll see how this goes. It could be mono black aggro or just mono black gaining life. Nope. Maybe that green black adventures deck? No, it's gotta be that, like, one of the cat sacrifice decks. Let's go ahead and scry for another land here. I don't think I need another Castle Ardenvale, but I'll take it. We need a land, so unfortunately Kaya's Wrath is going to be dead until we find another black source. But having 4 lands just lets us play anything in our deck. So the 4 lands is important to get, regardless if we don't have the colors. Yeah, okay, definitely the sacrifice. So I think we're going to get rid of that Mayhem Devil first before anything crazy starts happening. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you. And no attacks. We're just going to keep Charming Prince there. I don't want him to have any kind of tricks to get rid of him. Here? Ah, there's our second black source. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to get the Temple of Silence down, get our scry on. We don't need another black source now. I just want to draw answers. I'm going to play Elspeth's Nightmare to destroy the Cauldron Familiar. The idea here is that once it gets down to the 3rd tick, we can get the Cauldron Familiar off of the table before he can get some food tokens to bring it back. Plus, the duress effect that we get next turn is very nice. He's going to crack his Fabled Passage. Oh, he might not. He is a sacrifice deck. Okay. If he gets the Mayhem Devil back on the battlefield or some other similar creature. No. Now he wants the land. So I see people leave the Fabled Passage uncracked because if they have the Mayhem Devil, they get the sacrifice and get the benefits. Oof. Sacrificing land when I've got Murderous Riders. Okay, so he's got another one and another cat. That's no fun. So do we Murderous Rider this one and then let him play out his hand next turn? He'll probably play the Fabled Passage and then another Korvold. And then we can Wrath. I think that sounds like the line I want to take. So we can make him discard a card. He'll probably just discard the Cauldron Familiar, which is fine. This ticks up. So if I take 6... take 6 or 7 from this Korvold, and then I'll be able to kill it with the Rider. I think I'm going to do it that way. This might be greedy, trying to get another cat into his graveyard so I can exile it. And that's exactly what he does. Discarded the cat. So now he's going to play his Fabled Passage. Yep. Oh, I forget he gets to draw cards whenever he sacrifices stuff from Korvold. Does he sacrifice on the land where he drew a 3rd cat? Alright, well that cat's not going anywhere. Ooh. Okay. So now when I try to play Murderous Rider, he'll crack his own Korvold to the Witch's Oven. Or he'll just Trail of Crumbs and bring it back right now. He's gonna have to bring it back right now, or he's only gonna get one cat back. I'm not even sure how much of this happens. Do we kill Corvold now, just to stop the nonsense? I'm gonna let this resolve first, see if he pays a mana for it. He does. We know he's only got one card in hand and it's a Corvold. Okay, now he's got two Corvolds in hand. He's gonna draw another card. We don't know what that one is. The cat comes back. And I'm gonna lose a life. He gains a life. Now he goes to his graveyard. Whew. Alright, so it's getting worse and worse by the second. I think what we do here is we Murderous Rider Corvold. Sack the cat for food, just to draw a card. No, I guess he draws a card, sacrifice himself. And that helps him with his cat later. And we're going to scry here looking for more answers. These are not the answers that I want. Sorry, fellas. Need something better than that. And sure. I have never seen anybody play one of the top tier decks this low in the brackets before. So this is interesting. There's Corvold number 2. Sacrifices the cat. Draws a card. You know, maybe if I can live long enough, I can just deck him out. He's only got 37 more cards. Is it when anybody or when he does? Whenever you sacrifice a permanent. Okay, so I can use my Fabled Passage to go get another swamp. That's good. Do we even attack or do we just Kaya's Wrath right off the bat? I think we just Kaya's Wrath. Sacrifice Corvold to the Witch's Oven to draw a card, get 2 food tokens to bring his cat back after the Wrath resolves. That's what I'm thinking he's going to do. Sacrifice the cat or Corvold at this point to get Corvold to get 2 food tokens, draw another card. So he maximized it better than I would have. And then pass the turn. So he's got all the cards in hand, 7 cards in hand. Oh, 2 ovens. This is bad for us. He's got another Corvold which comes into play. So this is oh, and then he's got Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Not quite the mana to cast it, so Corvold, sack the cat, draw a card. No, sack the land. Oof, I'm in a rough spot here, viewers. Do we just Wrath again? He couldn't possibly be expecting the second Wrath, right? I'm gonna do that. Alright, so what do you think? Sacrifice the cat for food, bring the cat back, draw a card. Oh, he's out of mana, so he can't draw cards off the Trail of Crumbs anymore. Sacks a cat, gets the food, draws a card, brings the cat back. Oh no, just sacks Corvold. I guess he's probably got enough cards in hand. He's just going to play Liliana the Dreadhorde General here. Because why not? What is he digging for? Does he just want to draw a bunch of cards and play a bunch of food? I mean, he's got 10 cards in hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I mean, he's got to play Liliana and still discard a card. 2 cards. There she is. Now does he do cat shenanigans? Nope, he's just going to discard 2 cards. Liliana giggles. This actually worked out really nicely. So I can play my Archon. Then I get my Saga first. Get a token. That's nice. We get a couple of these tokens down, we can actually handle Liliana. Except she's just going to tick down, make him sacrifice both. She has 2 creatures, yep. So Liliana is just going to tick down and clear the board. if I had to guess. There's no way he's going to let me keep this Archon. Like I said, maybe just making him deck out is going to be the best play here. Draw all the cards you want. How many Corvolds have we dealt with? 3? I think he's running the full complement of 4.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Okay, well at least Liliana's not gonna ultimate anytime soon. I don't know, I feel like we might be stabilizing in some really weird board state. No, never mind. Okay, take it all back. We're probably toast now. This is the last one though, isn't it? Let's see. It's gotta be what, 3 in his graveyard? There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is his last one. Ah, Flicker. This is where Flicker can be good, so I can flicker any of his stuff, any of my stuff. But does that do anything in this scenario? The only thing I can see it doing is maybe flickering this Birth just to get another land out of my deck. Probably the Oath of Kaya just to get rid of the Gilded Goose. I should probably hold on to it in case I get another Oath of Kaya. Then I can play 2 in a turn, possibly kill Corvold, except he's just gonna kill like 2 or 3 things. So it's probably best to just do the Oath of Kaya to get rid of the Gilded Goose sooner rather than later. Well, we can skip this turn, so I'm not roping anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and end the turn. Everything I'm going to do is going to be at instant speed anyway. There's Cat. Oh, yes, that's fine. Now, what we're probably going to end up using Corvold for is... Or, Corvold. Probably going to use this Flicker to flicker Corvold when he declares him as an attacker to get rid of all the +1/+1 counters. That's fine. Just all of this is still on my turn. Yep, still the end of my turn. Cat back? Here comes the cat back. All the things, yes. He's out of mana, so he can't draw any more cards off the Trail of Crumbs. Still draw off a Liliana, I suppose. Pass again. Sack cat. Sack cat. That's what you do, right? What cards do he have? 17? He's chewing through his deck at a ridiculous rate. This Flicker of Fate's going to catch him off guard because he's going to expect to kill me with the Corvold this turn. Yep, there's the cat. So wait till he declares it as an attacker. Do I get him to say good game? Okay, no. I'm gonna have to do that now. That's pretty. Yeah, it's trying to make me discard it. That's a pretty good play. That's fine. Sack the cat. Draw a card from Liliana. +1/+1 counter to Corvold. Now you can exile something from my graveyard. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you? Interesting. 12 cards in his deck. How many cards? 16 cards in hand. Okay, that'll probably do it. This will definitely do it. I am super dead, but I'm also super excited to see how he pulls it off. This is a bunch of Mayhem Devils to the face. Look at all these triggers he's stacking. I'm okay losing as long as I lose in a cool way. This is a pretty cool deck to play against. It's obnoxious, but pretty cool. Can he kill me before he accidentally decks himself? The answer is yes, yes, he absolutely can. Face, draw a card, draw another card. So he's doing 2 damage. No, I'm super dead. Just look at all these triggers. It's amazing. 2 Trail of Crumbs, 2 Mayhem Devils, Corvold, Liliana, and the cat. I gotta give him the good game. Yep. Totally a good game. Just, yes, resolve. Just pass. Okay, well, that was super fun too. Alright, well, we're gonna try this one last time and see if we can go 0 for 3 on this Bad at Magic video. I swear, all day I've been playing nothing but mono red and doing really, really well. And this deck looks really strong against that. And then I start recording and this happens. It's just hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to keep this in for really dumb reasons because I'm going to play this, Birth Meletis. I'm going to get a wall. I'm going to hit the second trigger and I'm going to flicker it and I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again. So I'm going to get a bunch of white mana. I've got... Oh, let's see. Look at that. The Charming Prince will help me smooth out my draws if I feel like it. Enchant spells can't be countered. Oh dear. Our opponent's not going to be playing fair. Let's go get a Plains. I don't know why this would... Whenever you do search effects like that, it shows you all of the things you can get. But this can only give me one thing, a basic Plains. So why are you showing me the 5 basic Plains that I have today? Ah, Enchantress. We are getting Enchantress there. And we are absolutely going to Elspeth's Nightmare that's the Tessin champion. There's no way we can let that live. And this is a much better target for our flickers anyway. So we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of the Destiny Spinner after we make him discard. Yes, this is much, much better. Oh, he's got another Destiny. All the Destiny Spinners. I'm a big fan. What has he got in hand? Okay. Soldier tokens, and then that buffs it based on this thing. Oof. Neither one of these is good for us. Whichever one I make him pitch, he's just going to play the other one. That's no bueno. Alright, well, we got a wall, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. That makes... having a big creature is harder to deal with than having a creature that just gets pumped. Temple of Silence, let's get our Scry on first. Do we need another one of these? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Let him go. I think the next play... Let's just pass the turn. I think so. We will Elspeth's Nightmare on his turn. I'm not surprised at all. Whichever one he targets is getting destroyed. That was a cool saga, but mine's better. Haha. Gotta get that damage in. What does this last one on here do? Target creature control fights. Okay. He got all 4 of them. That's amazing. Alright, so... I think we Charming Prince and then Flicker again just to get rid of his Destiny Spinner when he targets it with Triumph again. I don't think we need a life, so let's go ahead and Scry. Yeah, Scry. I don't want to blink my... I do not want to blink my token. That would be dumb. I'm bad at Magic, but I'm not that bad at Magic. Which one do you target? Oh, well, this is happening again. It's a lot of value from Elspeth's Nightmare. This is looking much better. Makes it look like I actually know how to make a deck that works. As opposed to the other games where it just looked ridiculous. Goodbye, Destiny Spinner. We hardly knew ye. I think he's going to play another one, though. I have a strong feeling. Ooh. Pre-combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land... Yep, Destiny Spinner. If it was a land, otherwise deals 2 damage to each opponent. Wow, interesting. Okay, so how do we want to play this out? I think what we're going to do is go with Doom Foretold. no attacks. Let's see our opponent, what he ends up destroying. Doom Foretold is also an excellent answer to Indestructible Gods. 2 damage to the dome. Bam. Got me there. I'm guessing a mountain. Man, it's like I'm prophetic. Alright, well our opponent is empty-handed. He only has 3 non-token permanents. Oh yeah, definitely getting rid of Elspeth's Nightmare. I'm going to keep the rest of my stuff. We are going to Oath of Kaya to kill... Oh, you know what? I say that, but we could also Wrath just to make him get rid of his... I think that's what we're going to do. Then we can save the Oath of Kaya after we get the Archon's Grace on the table. Let's go ahead and Fabled Passage for a Plains. Why not? Let's see if he blocks. I'm guessing he does because there's no reason not to. This is going to make us give up our Doom Foretold, but it gets his god off the table, and I think I'm okay with that. Shadow Sky. Big fan. Ooh, he's drawing lands. That's good for me. We get this Archon on the table, and then we got Oath of Kaya to take care of whatever he plays next. We know he's out of Enchantresses, not Enchantresses, but out of Destiny Spinners. Nice. It's going to be a minute before I have to worry about that, though. Do we go Kaya to the Dome, or do we hold on to the Kaya's Oath? We're going to get a swamp here because I'm OCD and I just absolutely have to have matching basics. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're going to just hang on to everything in our hand and control the game state from here. This is when I'd really like to have like a Castle Ardenvale to start making some tokens. He's not going to use the mana, so what? He's just exile random cards from my graveyard to deal damage to my dome? Yep, that's what he does. Oof. Got me. Okay, that's a good Oath of Kaya target if I've ever seen one. Honestly, it's just going to give me an excuse to play this card. Yep, he's going to get a Satyr token, which is fine, just fine. And let's go ahead and scry. I really like Doom Foretold here, just to get rid of that god again. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll draw the Doom Foretold. Oh, did we draw this guy first? Let's just go with the Doom Foretold. If I was really greedy, I could have drawn the other Archon first, then play the Doom Foretold to get multiple tokens, but I don't think it's going to be necessary at this point. Here's a weird thing. And I'm actually kind of interested to see what the interface looks like on this specific activity because he gets to look at both graveyards. So I just don't know how Arena gives you both graveyards to look at and select from. Two things. I mean, is there a reason not to? You can't block. I never see any of these Satyr tokens ever block except in mono red aggro. Let's go ahead and Doom Foretold, shall we? More flyers. Wonderful thing about Doom Foretold here. Non-token. Sorry, that Satyr does you no good in that scenario. Well, alright then. That does not bother me. We're going to go ahead and get rid of... Actually, Oath of Kaya is not doing us much good right now. Oath of Kaya. We are going to Murderous Rider. And yes, we're going to do it on our turn. This poor guy. Just so we get rid of that Klothos again. Yep, you can have all the Satyrs you want. I will run this out just so we have more Doom Foretold fodder. And then I think we attack in the air. I'm not going to bother attacking the Crown Prince because he's definitely going to be the next Doom Foretold sacrifice that I give up. And he probably would have... Oh, he can't block with the Satyr, so I guess I just missed out on 2 damage is all. Yep, sorry, Charming Prince. Nice. That is what the deck is supposed to do. Highly aggressive starts, like, just can't keep up with the long-term value that it generates with between Doom Foretold and the Constellation, and then just the slow grinding of value and control. Alright, so I think that's going to call it. 1 out of 3. Pretty bad at Magic, but thanks for tuning in. If you haven't checked out the podcast, please do at badatmagic.live, where Ben and I talk about all sorts of things, most of it not really Magic related. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.